Want to know what it's like to be a student here at St. Ignatius Loyola? Well, we're going to talk to one right now. He's an 8th grader from the Lexington Terrace, and his name is Nicholas Villard. Nicholas, thanks for being with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
How did you end up at an all-boys school?
Well, my mother, she didn't want me to go to an average public school, so she looked around to find any other possible choice, and she found St. Ignatius.
What did you think of coming here? Did you want to come here? Was it on your radar?
At first, it was kind of awkward because it was an all-boys school, but after being here for 3 years, it's kind of exciting, and we did do a lot of great things.
What's different about your educational experience as opposed to your friends who go to other public schools?
Well, here is more challenging. We get out at a later time. And I think the later time helps a lot. Plus, we're in during most of the year, so we kind of get our education going on. We also spend some time at Blue Ridge.
Tell me a little bit about your Blue Ridge experience.
So Blue Ridge, we go on 2 weeks vacation with us and our friends. We day and night, and we have great catering, and we just got all our boys' experience.
When you talk to your other friends who are going to other types of schools, what are they saying to you? Are they saying, oh, you go to school too long, you have to do all these required activities in the summertime, or are they a little bit jealous of your experience?
Yes, that's exactly what they say. They say, why do you have to wear a tie? Why you have to dress up? Why you have to come to school why you go to school so early? Why you leave so late? But actually, it's kind of fun.
What do you think sets you apart from other students your age because of the experience you're gaining here?
I think it gets us ready for high school and college. Since most of Baltimore City public schools, sometimes students that are capable of doing better are a little bit behind, but here it gets a chance the student that wants to excel can excel.
What do you hope to do after you graduate?
After I graduate, I would like to go to Georgetown Preparatory. It's a college-prepared high school. And after that, I'd like to go to Stanford and become an architect.
You are a wonderful example of why single-sex education for boys is so successful in Baltimore. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you too.
Next, we'll talk with an alumnus of the school. In its short history, the St. Ignatius Loyola Academy has produced incredible results. We are standing here with the evidence of that. 2000 graduate Ignatius. Ignatius, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
What was so special about your experience here at St. Ignatius Loyola?
Well, I actually had a brother that went here before me, so I had some experience with the school. But for me, it was a chance to really get some structure in my life. It provided me with organization and structure and a chance to do something different than what other kids were doing. But for me, it was a chance to really build a bond with other boys my age, so we became kind of like a family.
That's nice. After completing your studies here, you attended another prestigious all-boys institution. Tell us about your experience there.
After I attended St. Ignatius, I went to the Gilman School, which is also, like you said, single-sex education. And that school just challenged me even more. And the things I learned here at St. Ignatius definitely helped me to compete over there.
After you graduated from Gilman, you attended University of Maryland College Park, but you're also working in the Baltimore area. Tell us why you returned to Baltimore and what you're doing now.
Yes, after the University of Maryland, I was fortunate enough to learn about a program for consolidated graphics and their leadership development program. And they actually have a couple printing plants here in Baltimore.
Okay.
So I work for a company, PCA, up in Timonium, Maryland. And I recently just finished the program. It's a 3-year program, just finished in August, and right now I'm a program manager. And it was great to be able to come back here in Baltimore and work. That way I can still see my mom, still see my family, and still come back here and help out.
Why would you tell others that this type of single-sex education environment is important?
I would tell others it's a chance to really challenge yourself. When you're in other schools, you can easily get distracted, but here you really have to put your best foot forward, and everybody's reaching for the same goal. So there's less distractions, and it really helps you shine and see what areas you're really great at.
What did you value most about your experience here at St. Ignatius?
It's just one big family. From beginning to now, everybody still comes back. I love all the alumni gatherings. New people have come in, old people have left, but people always come back.
Well, I'm so glad you got to share your experiences with us. We're very proud of your successes, and you clearly have amplified Baltimore with all you're doing, and we're glad to have you back. That's really a wonderful and rare opportunity for you to give back to the city. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with us today, and thank you for amplifying Baltimore.
Thank you.
We're here with parent of an 8th grader and graduate of the Academy, Cynthia Jaramogi. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Cynthia, why did you choose St. Ignatius Loyola to educate your sons?
I was driving by one day and just happened to see the school, and just my cousin mentioned it to me, so I came to the open house. And I chose the Academy just based on the open house. The staff, the passion, the dedication that they showed when I first met them made me pursue my kids' education here.
How did being educated in an all-male environment make a difference for your sons?
Well, being a single mom of 2 young boys, I thought that it would be important for them to be able to focus on what's important about them, what's unique about them as young boys. And the gentlemen, especially the male role models of this school, are just outstanding. So I really appreciated how the men of this school took my boys under their wing and really mentored them.
What kind of changes have you seen in your sons, both the graduate and the current student, as a result of this education?
My son, who's a graduate, he was very shy, very withdrawn. His first experience at 2 weeks of being away from home was really nervous for me. But he came back a young man, very independent, very reliable. The experience just changed him, and I see a lot of maturity and growth in my youngest one as well.
Cynthia, tell us what happened with your oldest son as a result of graduating from the school.
Well, my oldest son was able to go on and pursue a high school education at Cristo Rey Jesuit High School in Baltimore City as well, and he's doing wonderful there.
How did the institution support your son after he graduated?
Well, the graduate support system here is wonderful. They hold a lot of academic resources in reference to pre-SAT testing classes. They have a lot of functions in reference to barbecues where all the alumni come together with the families. And they have a lot of, they're having a few college trips this next month or so to Villanova University and Towson and just different places where they're taking young men, preparing them for college.
So the life of the student here at the Academy extends beyond graduation. They really do try to keep them connected to the young people here and to the staff.
It extends beyond this school, beyond high school, beyond college. They keep in contact with their graduates from the time they meet them and throughout their lives.
So why would you recommend this particular institution to any parent that's raising a boy in Baltimore City?
The environment. I have never met or seen or witnessed such a dedicated, passionate group of staff. They really pour everything they have into these young boys to make them young men for Baltimore City.
Well, thank you so much for sharing why single-sex male education is important from a parent's perspective, and also being a very dedicated parent. So important that our school system has strong parents that are committed to education as well. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
In downtown Baltimore, St. Ignatius Loyola Academy provides a unique opportunity for educating the boys of Baltimore. I stand here today with its president, John Ciccone. John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for being here.
John, how did you come to this school?
This is just an amazing institution for boys in Baltimore and provides a great high school preparation for them to go on and be very successful.
You worked in the Baltimore City public school system before you took on the position as president?
I have in the past, yes, I have it.
What is the mission of the St. Ignatius Loyola Academy?
We were founded in 1993 as a tuition-free Jesuit middle school for boys from low-income families in Baltimore. And our goal is to prepare them for high school, college preparatory high school. And over our entire 18 years of operating, we have a 98% high school graduation rate.
John, how old is the school? How many students are enrolled, and what grades do you educate?
We were founded in 1993, so we're just about 20 years old now.
You're 20 years old.
We've been around for a while.
Oh my goodness.
We've been around for a while. And we currently enroll 70 students in grades 6, 7, and 8.
You've embraced a unique extended day and 11-month curriculum. Tell us how that came about and the efficacy of it.
Well, we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And we have students who come into the school grade levels behind in reading and math skills, and they leave us above grade level in reading and math skills. So it gives us plenty of time for rigorous classes, activities, sports, study time, and then also the summer component. We stop the summer learning loss that usually takes place over the 3 months of a summer break.
That's a
traditional.
big problem, yeah.
And so we eliminate all those barriers to advancing and achieving.
Tell us a little bit about this exciting thing that you do during the summer that the boys seem to really enjoy.
2 weeks in the summer, we take all of our students and our faculty to a summer camp, overnight summer camp for a full 2 weeks. That's just over the Maryland line in Pennsylvania.
That's exciting.
And they spend 2 full weeks there having fun.
This is a very expensive endeavor. How do you fund a tuition-free education for all of the boys who attend this school?
We rely on many very generous donors. We receive no government or archdiocesan funding.
Really?
And so nearly our entire budget is raised every year by charitable giving. We're able to find a sponsor who's an individual or a family that will sponsor a student here, and we have every one of our students sponsored. And then we have a number of donors to our annual fund who are very generous to make this program operate.
John, share with us the positive outcomes of this educational approach.
Well, in a city where about half of the males graduate from high school and receive a high school diploma, we have an 18-year rate of 98% of our students having a high school diploma.
That's outstanding.
And then we don't just leave them at the end of that process. We actually work with them while they go through college and have graduate support that provides additional support. And that's one of the signature features of what we do to make sure that our students become successful and become like the young man that you interviewed earlier today, who's one of our graduates.
John, you guys have done an incredible job here based on the interviews that I've done with other people today. Tell us what your plans for the future are.
We'd love to be able to serve more students, and we'd love to keep doing what we do, but only do it better.
Well, I think you're off to a wonderful start. I've seen evidence of that all day today, and I'm excited to share your vision with the people of Baltimore.